Hello children, in today's class we are going to deal with lesson 3 of English Honeydew book. The name of the lesson is Glimpses of the Past Part 2, written by S.T. Sawant. As we have already done with part 1, now we'll move on to the part 2. So in part 2 we'll deal with sixth event, that is dissatisfaction, then seventh event the sparks, then eighth event revolt, and finally the fight for freedom. So now let us deal with sixth event, dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction means discontentment. Education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, a Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. We should teach the natives through the English language. I agree. English education produced clerks to whom the British gave petty jobs under them. Petty means small. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals. Incidentally means by the way, right? We must educate our brothers and try to improve their material conditions. Material means worldly conditions. For that, we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. Grievances means complaints. So here the British tried to replace the Persian and Sanskrit language with their English language. So in the year 1835, a British officer named Macaulay suggested that they must translate all of it in English so that the education is delivered in their language. Children, why do you think the Britishers wanted to educate Indians in English language? Yes, right. Britishers wanted to get their work done, such as clerical work and answering to the phone and typing the documents. So, for that purpose, they wanted to educate Indians. So, this benefited Indians, and a whole new generation of masterminds and intellectuals were produced. The Indians spoke among themselves and came to a conclusion that they wanted to uplift their brothers by educating them. They wanted to strengthen their financial prospects that could lead to a promising future, and they wanted to convey all this to the British Parliament. Right now, the next slide. By 1856, the British had conquered the whole of India. Conquered means it has defeated the whole part. So now here you can see the India map, children. So the states, the yellow part is belongs to India, and remaining that pink area, it has been occupied by the Britishers. They cared little about the needs of Indians. Our kings have become puppets, and we have lost our jobs and lands. They are converting our brothers. So, converting means they are changing the religion. You only talk, do something to drive them out. So, here the Indians are talking among themselves. So, now you look at our map, children. That is in the year 1856, and the Britishers they had conquered the whole of India, and the pink color area, it has been conquered by the Britishers. And in India, people they worried. So why did they worry about these Britishers who are not at all taking care of their needs? And Indian kings were treated as puppets in their hands, and they lost all these Indians. They lost their jobs and their land, and Britishers even they forced them to change their religion also. So Indians were tired of talking all this, and they wanted to do something in order to drive them out of their country. The sparks in the year 1855 to 1857. So sparks refers to ignited particles. Taxes continued to ruin the peasants. In Bengal, the Santal, who had lost their lands under new land rules, became desperate. So here Santal, it is a tribe which lives in eastern India, and desperate is reckless. In the year 1855, they rose in rebellion and massacred Europeans and their supporters alike. So here massacred refers to killed. Okay, rebellion is a revolt. So the Britishers they pressurized the peasants by laying heavy taxes on them, which led to a decline in their financial situation. The Santal, that is a tribe which is in Bengal, became disheartened and hopeless after they lost their land to the Britishers under the new land rules. And in the year 1855, they launched a rebellion and massacred Europeans and all those who supported them. Discontent was brewing in the East India Company's army too. So here discontent is dissatisfaction. Brewing is developing. The white soldier gets huge pay, mansions to live in, servants. So here mansions refers to big houses. While we get pittance and slow promotion. So pittance is a very small amount. The Angraj asks us to cross the sea, which is against our religion. So Angraj is a Hindi word, children. It means Englishman. Who is the Topiwala to abolish our age-old customs? We must drive out the Angraj. Sipai Mangal Pandey attacked the adjutant of his regiment and was executed. Adjutant is a military officer. Thousands of other Sipais revolted. They were stripped of their uniforms. Stripped of is take away, humiliated and put in irons. So here the Indians who were working under the East India Company were highly dissatisfied. Why were the Indians dissatisfied, children? Just think it over. Yes, you are right. The Britishers gave Englishmen good pay, mansions, and other help, while they did not take care of these Indians and they did not give proper pay. So their pay was inadequate, and even the promotions for the Indians was slow. So they even felt the Indians, they even felt bad that the Britishers urged them to move out of the land, out of that particular land, to cross the sea and work for them, which was even against their religion. Okay, and we must drive out the Angraj. So who said this? Yes, it is the Indian soldier who is serving under the British, and he is Mangal Pandey. Okay, and around thousands of other Sipais like Mangal Pandey took violent action against the British, but were only robbed of their uniform in turn to make them humiliated. Now the next slide. Few Englishmen had cared to understand Indian customs or the people's mind. So some Englishmen were favorable towards the Indians. Oh, proud Brahmin soldier, do you know that the grease on the bullet you have to bite is made from the fat of cows and pigs? Then, what? The white man has deceived us too. So deceived means cheated. Soon chapatis were sent from village to village to tell the people that their emperor would want their services. Yes, all my village men will be ready. Similarly, lotus flowers circulated among Indian soldiers. Death to the foreigners. The masses gave all help and shelter to the patriots. Okay, so here you can come across one Englishman who is who is talking to the Indians. So that Englishman seems to be very good, right? So here few Englishmen cared for the Indians as they understood their customs. They told the Brahmin soldier that the bullet they were supposed to bite is covered with grease made of cow and pig fat. And next chapatis were sent from village to village to tell them that their services could be required to fight the Englishmen. And all the people who are there, they agreed. And even lotus flowers were circulated among the Indian soldiers. So the Indians stood against the Britishers and gave all help and shelter to the patriots. Then the next event is the revolt. Then there was a violent outbreak at Meerut. So violent means bloody. Then outbreak is the explosion. The Sipai marched to Delhi. Long live our Emperor Bahadur Shah. So here the city of Meerut also experienced a violent outbreak. So outbreak is an explosion. The Sipais marched and moved to Delhi to support their emperors like Bahadur Shah. Then the next one, the rebellion spread wider. So rebellion is the revolt. Spread is it extended. Wider means to far off areas. Many landlords had lost their lands because of the British policies and they were sore. Sore means upset, angry. The white man's rule must end. Yes, we will help you. So now all of them are together right now. The revolt grew and it continued to spread to many areas, and many landlords they lost their land due to the new land rules which were imposed by the Britishers. And people they got very angry on the Britishers and they wanted to fight with them and they wanted to drive them out. The last event is the fight for freedom in the year 1857. Many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow were bitter. The white man has taken away my kingdom. They joined the upsurge against the foreigners. Upsurge means an increase. Popular leaders like Maulvi Ahmadullah of Faizabad told the people, "Rise, brothers, rise. The Angrez is ruining our land." So, Angrez is in Hindi word children means Englishmen. The people rose everywhere in Bareilly, Kanpur, and Allahabad. So, Britishers had taken control of the kingdoms of many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow. Maulvi Ahmadullah, a popular leader of Faizabad, motivated people to free the country from British people. And Indians' power strengthened as people from Bareilly, Kanpur, and Allahabad rose for a revolt against the Britishers. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Tope, "We should have Peshawar Nana Sahib as our leader in this war of independence." The patriots pounced upon the British and fought pitched battles all over North India. So here pounced upon refers to swoop down, and pitched battles is great battles involving large number of people. 80-year-old Kanwar Singh of Bihar received a bullet in his wrist. You can see here children in the image. "Mother Ganga, this is my last offering to you," and he has cut off his wrist. So here the entire North India came together in large number to fight a pitched battle against the Britishers. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Tope that they should have Peshawar Nana Sahib as their leader in this war of independence against the English. And in this revolt, 80 years old Kanwar Singh of Bihar was hit by a bullet in his wrist, and which he dedicated, so the wrist which he dedicated to Mother Ganga as an offering. Right, children? So now I hope you all have understood all these 9 events. And now tell me, children, what did we learn from this particular lesson, that is Glimpses of the Past? So what did we learn? Yes, think of it. Yes, in this chapter it teaches us something. So what does it teach? That is the chapter Glimpses of the Past. Yes, it teaches us to be united. So we have to be united so that we can fight together in order to get back our things. So here the Britishers they have occupied our area and they overruled on us. So in order to drive them out, at the beginning the our Indians they were on their side, but later they came to know that they are being suppressed by them and they are ruling on them and they are losing all the things. So knowing this, and everyone became together, they were united. So united we stand and divided we fall, isn't it, children? And also it also teaches us that in order to be successful in anything, we do certain things. We need to do the things in an organized way. So we need to plan, so what to do and how to do all that, we need to plan and do the things. So we need to, so in order to have a revolt, in order to have a revolt against the British, all these people together, they were together, they have sent the chapatis and all this, and in order to make everyone, they attracted everyone together, so all the Indians were together and finally they revolted against the British. So it is, we learn from this particular lesson is that united we stand and divided we fall. So now let us be united with each other to do the things in a successful manner. Is it clear, children? I hope you all have understood. Thank you.